On Monday Night Football last week, yesterday they were in Green Bay where Carson Wentz continued to struggle. Doug Peterson had finally had enough and inserted Jalen Hurts in the third quarter, who delivered what was the best pass of the game. He did add a spark, igniting what will surely be a quarterback controversy, which Doug Peterson addressed today and Wentz talked about after the game.
I didn't know what the plan was fully. I was just told he was going in for the next play and next series, so I didn't really know what was going on there. But obviously that's frustrating as a competitor, and just the personality that I have. I want to be the guy out there, but it is what it is.
I'm not prepared right now to make any statement or decisions on that. I'm still processing a lot of things and going through a lot of things before I make that decision. So that when I know, you'll know.
Steve, Doug Peterson says he's still processing. What do you think he should do at quarterback?
Part of me really feels like he should sit him down. You think about Carson Wentz, his team went to the Super Bowl without him. Nick Foles took him. And that has been in the back of his mind. I need to prove my worth. I need to prove who I am. There's nothing I can't do. I can go up against any offensive lineman shuffling. I don't care. Receivers are hurt back. Doesn't matter. We're behind by 3 times. Doesn't matter. I can take it all on. I can do it all. And then at some point it has to break, because that is a mouse on the wheel that's just going around and around and around. And sometimes stepping away and just stopping that madness that you've gotten yourself into, so that you can kind of recreate what you love about the game, simplify it. In many ways, this is an emotional question about Carson Wentz. It's not a physical one. And Randy, in my mind, sometimes going backwards is going forwards. And to continue to just play Carson Wentz in the constant kind of sense that he's in, he needs to go away and try to figure out a new way to think about the game for himself.
And I totally agree with you, Steve. Yesterday on Sunday Countdown, I was just talking about trying to find ways to motivate your quarterback. Is he the franchise quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles? I think so. But I think for this year, when the NFC East is still wide open, you're still sitting up here trying to struggle with questions about who your starting quarterback is. I looked at yesterday, looking at Jalen Hurts, Steve, seeing how the team responded back to him, Book, and being able to see him uplift the team.
Yeah.
And you're talking about the pass that he was able to make, that touchdown pass. You sit up here and brought everybody out of their seat. I have not seen the quarterback play for the Philadelphia Eagles play well enough for them to be in the lead of this NFC East. But I like what I've seen out of Jalen Hurts and how the team responded.
So you think play Hurts, and then when it feels right, Wentz back in? Is that...
Well, you look at, I can compare the Philadelphia Eagles to something similar to what's going on in New Orleans. You have Carson Wentz, you have a guy like Jalen Hurts. I think Doug Peterson needs to find a way to bring out the best in his quarterback. And you just heard the press conference. He was talking about, well, I was just told that he was going in, and I didn't know how I was taking it. From an emotional standpoint, he's a little bit down. Coach Peterson, is his job to bring his quarterback back up.
Light a fire.
Yes.
Yeah, he's trying to light a fire. And I mean, Doug looks like he's lost. I mean, Doug honestly looks like he doesn't know what to do, because the quarterback that he may have wanted is no longer there. Now he's got to try to fix the quarterback who's trying to prove everything in Carson Wentz. Bottom line is this: Carson Wentz will be with the Philadelphia Eagles next year. If he's not on the Eagles, there's a $59.2 million dead cap charge in 2021. In 2022, that goes to, $24.5 million. So the bottom line, he's going to be on the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, should he come back and be the starting quarterback this year? That all depends on if they can fix him. And so far, Doug Peterson has not fixed him. So to your point, play Jalen Hurts. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I do not think Jalen Hurts is going to be the long-term solution at quarterback. Steve, I do not think Jalen Hurts is that long-term answer. But for right now, based on the energy, the emotion, based on the life I saw in the receivers, the life I saw in the team when Jalen Hurts came in the game, you could clearly see there was some type of connection between Hurts and the team that Wentz did not have. So based on that, I think Doug has to play Jalen Hurts this Sunday. But I'll say again, Carson Wentz is the long-term guy based on the money for at least at the very minimum next year.
We agree completely. There's a creative tension that's been built off of what Jalen did that you need to build off of. And to my point, I think Carson needs to watch that see that energy, see what Jalen's bringing to the team, and he has to kind of relearn how he thinks about it. So Carson Wentz, I'm a believer in. I believe he can be rehabbed. He can be a very, very good player to a great player. And Jalen Hurts is a piece of that puzzle as well to get him a chance to go out and prove it and to take that away from Carson right now and just, again, break it down. Sometimes you have to go backwards to go forwards.
To me, a couple things stood out there. Carson Wentz looks like he has no idea what's going on. How does nobody communicate to him, even during the game? Here's what's going to go happen. We're going to put you down here. We're going to leave you on the bench the rest of the game. Nobody tells him that during the course of the game? I mean, you guys, your players, I don't know. Does that happen, Steve?
Maybe at the quarterback position.
Adam, that happens a lot. I mean, I don't think Doug expected to have to bench him. And so a lot of times the coach hasn't thought it through. You could think, why didn't he spend some time with how much he's struggling? Why would he not have a plan? A lot of times it's just like, he looks terrible. I can't take it anymore. Sit him down. How do I have that conversation? I don't really know. Hey, you know what? Go tell Carson that's it. Or maybe I should do it. No, you do it. And you think, well, why don't you have all that planned out? Some coaches just haven't thought it through. And now after the game, you could see, I don't know. I got to think about it because it all happened right in front of me. How many times have we seen this? Off season, all these plans, and opening day, something goes wrong, and everybody goes, I don't know what to do. It's like football. I don't know why that is, Adam, but we need to get a Bain Consulting to come in and fix all this stuff.
Steve, you and I will have a communications consulting business, and we'll get this straightened out.
You and I can start
do PR for it? I'll do the PR.
We have 32 clients right now ready to go.
Meantime, whoever is that quarterback for the Eagles has it tough next week as they face the Saints.
Hey.
And the number one defense in the NFL.
Maybe we get Jalen Hurts versus Taysom Hill. We would have thought the Eagles Saints would have been Jalen Hurts versus Taysom Hill.
I like it. All right, lots more to get to from Sunday and 2 games to cover tonight from here on the Heineken River Deck at Pier 17. We're covering it all. And let's check in on what's going on in Pittsburgh, Washington in town, and James Washington with the score as the Steelers have 14 points on the board. A 50-yard touchdown for Washington. If the Steelers win, they clinch a playoff spot. It's on Fox. Big December chill here in New York City, but it's warm in Glendale tonight. Low 70s a kickoff for Stephon Diggs and the Bills. And if it's Monday, that means, come on, man.